Good day all. Welcome to this session of the class. Subject teacher Miss Emma Doris. Civic Education for Senior Secondary School 1. Topic Human Rights. Subtopic Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Week 3. By the end of this lesson, you are expected to give an historical background of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. 2. Be able to define the meaning of UDHR. 3. State the importance of UDHR. Historical background of Universal Declaration of Human Rights (UDHR). The earliest origin of human rights can be traced to the Magna Carta, often referred to as Great Charter of 1215, which later led to a series of declarations of rights in different parts of Europe and America. The Great Charter of the Liberty of England was issued on the 15th June 1215. This was the first document forced into a king of England by a group of his subjects, the feudal barons, in an attempt to limit his powers by law and protect their privileges. The chapter was an important part of the extensive historical process that led to the rule of constitutional law in English-speaking countries. Definition of UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, is defined as a global principle which refers to the rights and freedoms of all humans are entitled to enjoy as an individual, irrespective of the country of birth, residence, tribe, sex, or creed. Universal Declaration of Human Rights is defined as a global principle which refers to the rights and freedoms that all human beings are entitled to enjoy as an individual, irrespective of the country of birth, residence, tribes, or sex and creed. Now, this human right has to do with 30 articles. It has to do with a document which consists of 30 articles. That is the right of every citizen of the country, and was adopted by the United Nations General Assembly on 10th December 1948 as a result of the Second World War, which occurred from 1939 to 1945. Now, the United Nations Organization, they formed this assembly in order to promote world peace by the expression of rights to which all human beings are inherently entitled to, irrespective of their tribes, their sex, or their creed. Now, this Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it has to do with the 6 categories. The Article 30 has to do with 6 categories, that is, the political rights, the civil rights, the economic rights, equality rights, social rights, and cultural rights. There are 30 articles in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights which cover 6 different categories of human rights, which are political rights, civil rights, equality rights, economic rights, social rights, and cultural rights. Now, their importance of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Their importance were: 1. It promotes social, economic, legal, and civil liberty of all human beings. It promotes social, economic, legal, and civil liberty of all humans, irrespective of their tribes, irrespective of their culture, irrespective of their residence, irrespective of their sex, or even their creed. Now, the political or the social rights has to do with the right to education and right to adequate health care. The economic right has to do with the right to earn fair wages and safe working conditions. The civil right has to do with the right to freedom of opinion, the freedom of expression of all humans, irrespective of their tribes, their sex, their age, or their religion. Now, the recognition and protection of these rights promotes global peace. The recognition of these rights, or this Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it creates global peace because it was being adopted. It is being adopted by all countries of the world. They saw the reasons why these human rights should be protected and should be respected by all humans at different levels. 3. They are enforceable in national and international court of law. Both here in Nigeria and other parts of the country, it is being enforced in your national laws and international laws, just like in your court of laws. Before any justice is being done to any person in the law courts, they also consider the human rights. They also go by the Constitution and then also go by the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. They go by it in order to pass a fair judgment on that person. Now, last but not the least, it is the last resort and prevention against tyranny and oppression. You see that in the Second World War, during the Second World War, humans were being treated like animals. They were not being treated fairly. The human rights was being manipulated by individuals then because they were chaos and atrocities going everywhere. So this United Nations General Assembly had to form one body in order to promote peace to the world and keep everybody back to its position, to know where they belong. So they later came with the Declaration of Human Rights, which was adopted on the 10th December 1948. Now, evaluation. If you are being asked to state the difference between Magna Carta and UDHR, he said Magna Carta is referred to as a Great Chapter, and it was a declaration that was being made in different parts of Europe and America under the influence of King on June 15th, 1215, and it was also the chapter that was important of an extensive historical process that led to the rule of constitutional law in the English-speaking country. On the other hand, UDHR can be defined or may be referred to as a global principle which refers to the rights and freedoms that all human beings are entitled to enjoy as a person, irrespective of the country of birth, residence, tribe, or creed. These rights are very, very fundamental and are not awarded by any human power. Find that these rights are enforceable both in international and national law courts. Now, state importance of UDHR. We stated their importance, which are 1. It promotes social, economic, legal, and civil liberty of all human beings, irrespective of the place of birth, residence, tribe, sex, or creed. 2. We said the recognition and protection of these rights promotes global peace. Thirdly, we said they are enforceable in national and international courts of law. Then last but not the least, we said it is the last resort and prevention against tyranny and oppression. I believe with all this and your further studies, you can be able to understand the topic more. Now for your assignment, you have to mention those importance of UDHR. Set at least 4 of them. Then the second one, you have to do a research on your own. You give the 7 code of freedom of Universal Declaration of Human Rights. What are those 7 codes in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights? Thank you. We'll see you in our next class.